In the late 1970s, America was changing, the music was louder, the nights felt endless, and for one generation, the dance floor became an escape from reality. Saturday Night Fever wasn't just a movie. It became a movement. A film that defined an entire era of music, fashion, and youth culture. But behind the flashing lights and disco fever, the real lives of the cast were far more complicated than anyone imagined. Some found fame. Some struggled with pressure and addiction. And some spent years trying to escape the shadows of the roles that made them famous. This is Saturday Night Fever, then and now. John Travolta. Born February 18, 1954, in Englewood, New Jersey, USA, as Tony Manero, John Travolta became the face of disco culture overnight. His confidence, style, and unforgettable dance moves turned him into one of the biggest stars in America. Audiences didn't just watch him, they wanted to be him. The white suit, the Brooklyn swagger, the way he walked down the street with the Bee Gees playing in the background, it became legendary. The role launched Travolta into superstardom and transformed him into a global icon of the 1970s. But fame came with enormous pressure. Over the years, his career experienced dramatic highs and painful lows. He faced criticism, career setbacks, and personal tragedy, including the heartbreaking loss of his son and later his wife. Yet despite everything, he continued working, reinventing himself multiple times across different generations of Hollywood. His journey became a story not only about fame, but survival. From the king of the disco floor, to one of the most recognizable actors in American pop culture history. Karen Lynn Gorney. Born January 28, 1945, in Beverly Hills, California, USA. As Stephanie Mangano, she played a woman dreaming of a bigger life beyond Brooklyn. Unlike Tony, Stephanie wanted sophistication, independence, and escape from the limitations around her. Karen Lynn Gorney brought intelligence and emotional depth to the role, making Stephanie far more than just a love interest. But after the massive success of the film, she chose a very different path from most Hollywood actresses. Rather than chasing fame aggressively, she stepped away from major stardom and focused on theater, teaching, and personal growth. Her story became one of quiet independence instead of celebrity obsession. While others fought to stay in the spotlight, she seemed more interested in living a meaningful life outside of it. Her journey reflects the reality that not every actor wants Hollywood forever, from dancing under disco lights to finding peace away from the chaos of fame. Barry Miller. Born February 6, 1958, in Los Angeles, California, USA, in the film, he played Bobby C., one of Tony's closest friends, a young man trapped between loyalty, pressure, and emotional instability. Bobby's story became one of the darkest and most tragic parts of the movie, revealing the pain hidden beneath the flashy disco culture. Barry Miller delivered a deeply emotional performance that resonated with audiences. After the film, he continued acting in both movies and television, but unlike some of his co-stars, he never became a major Hollywood celebrity. Instead, he built a quieter career focused on strong performances rather than fame. His journey shows how some actors become unforgettable not because of constant attention, but because of the emotional honesty they bring to the screen. From a troubled young man in Brooklyn, to a respected character actor with lasting impact. Joseph Cali. Born March 17, 1950, in New York, USA. As Joey, he represented the reckless energy and immaturity of Tony's group of friends. His character reflected the confusion and frustration of young men searching for identity in a rapidly changing world. Joseph Cali brought realism and unpredictability to the role, making the group dynamic feel authentic and raw. But after appearing in several films, he slowly moved away from Hollywood and chose a much more private life. Unlike many actors who desperately try to remain relevant, Cali seemed comfortable leaving the spotlight behind. His story reflects how fame can sometimes be temporary, but peace and normalcy can become more valuable than celebrity status. From the loud streets of Brooklyn nightlife, to a life lived quietly outside the public eye. Paul Pape. Born July 17, 1952, in Pennsylvania, USA, as Double J, he was part of the close-knit group surrounding Tony Manero, helping create the unforgettable atmosphere of friendship, tension, and insecurity that defined the film. Though not the central character, his presence added authenticity to the world of working-class Brooklyn youth. After Saturday Night Fever, Paul Pape continued acting but never fully reached mainstream stardom. Instead, he remained respected among fans of classic cinema and television. His career reflects a common reality in Hollywood. Not everyone becomes a superstar, even when they are part of an iconic film. Yet his contribution to the movie remains important because he helped make the world feel real. From the disco nights of the 1970s to becoming part of a timeless cultural memory. Donna Pescow. Born March 24, 1954, in Brooklyn, New York, USA, as Annette, she portrayed heartbreak, insecurity, and unspoken love in a way that felt painfully real. Annette desperately wanted affection and validation, making her one of the film's most emotionally vulnerable characters. Donna Pescow's performance added emotional weight to a story often remembered only for music and dancing. After the film, she successfully transitioned into television, building a long and steady career. But like many actresses of her era, she also faced Hollywood's harsh standards regarding age and appearance. Instead of disappearing, she adapted and continued working for decades. Her journey became one of resilience and reinvention. From a young woman lost in the neon lights of Brooklyn, to a performer who quietly endured the changing entertainment industry. Fran Drescher. Born September 30, 1957, in Queens, New York, USA, though her role in the film was small, her personality and distinctive voice made her instantly memorable. At the time, few could have predicted that she would later become one of television's most recognizable comedy stars. After years of struggle, rejection, and small roles, Fran Drescher finally achieved massive success with The Nanny, turning herself into a pop culture icon. But her life also included serious trauma and personal hardship, including surviving a violent home invasion and later battling cancer. Instead of letting those experiences destroy her, she used them to become an advocate for women's health and awareness. Her journey became far bigger than fame alone. From a small role in a disco classic, to a survivor, activist, and television legend. Bruce Ornstein. Born July 12, 1957, in New York, USA, in Saturday Night Fever, he played Gus, one of Tony Manero's close friends, helping create the wild and energetic atmosphere of Brooklyn nightlife. Though his role was smaller, his presence made the group feel authentic and believable. After the film, he continued acting in television and independent movies but chose a quieter career away from major Hollywood fame. Over time, he became appreciated by fans of classic 1970s cinema and remained connected to the legacy of the film. From the disco nights of Brooklyn, to becoming part of a generation-defining movie. Val Bisoglio. Born May 7, 1926, in New York, USA, as Tony Manero's father, he represented the strict older generation struggling to understand the dreams and frustrations of younger people in the 1970s. His performance added realism and emotional tension to the family scenes in the film. Outside of Saturday Night Fever, he built a long career as a respected character actor in both television and cinema. Though never a huge celebrity, his familiar face became part of classic American entertainment for decades. From portraying a tough working-class father, to becoming a memorable figure of old Hollywood storytelling. Martin Shakar. Born January 1, 1940, in Detroit, Michigan, USA, in the film, he played Frank Manero, Tony's older brother and a former priest struggling with his own identity and purpose. His character reflected the deeper emotional conflicts hidden beneath the disco culture and nightlife. Martin Shakar brought seriousness and vulnerability to the role, helping balance the film's flashy energy with emotional depth. After the movie, he continued acting in theater, film, and television while maintaining a steady but quieter career. From a conflicted brother searching for meaning, to a respected actor with lasting impact in classic cinema. Saturday Night Fever was never just about dancing. It was about escape, about young people searching for meaning, in a world that felt trapped between dreams and reality. And while the disco lights eventually faded, the emotions behind them never did, because long after the music stopped, the lives of these actors continued changing in ways no audience could ever fully see. Some found peace, some faced heartbreak, but together, they created a film that still makes the world dance decades later.